It's the Lunar New Year. Move over, Snake, because this year so far belongs to the Ram. Fordham looks to continue their winning ways in 2025 as they have won 6 of their first 7 games since the ball dropped in Times Square. The Rams look to cap off a 3-game homestand to close this month of January, seeking their third straight win as well, after downing both Dayton and St. Bonaventure in a pair of games that can only be described as electric. The Maroon and White are unbeaten in their last 8 games at the Rose Hill Gym, dating back to the opening week of the campaign, a win over Cal State Fullerton. The Rhode Island Rams are also enjoying a stretch themselves, as they enter the vaunted Rose Hill Gymnasium with a 2-game win streak of their own. With home victories over the likes of Loyola Chicago and UMass, the mission for the visiting Rams is clear. Even out an unbalanced 4-5 road record to become 500 on the season. Rose Hill is a go. It's an all-Ram showdown with both the home and away faithful donning their favorite players' numbers for a Wednesday Jersey Night Special. And it's all next on WFUV Sports.
In the year of the snake, it's a battle of the Rams, the Lunar Year showdown here in the Rose Hill Gymnasium. Ladies and gentlemen, Fordham Rams defending against the Rhode Island Rams in a styles make fight type of game. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Madi, Dembele, and I'm going to be joined here by Daniel Melia as we watch the happenings unfold of this all-Ram showdown. And Daniel, I got to tell you, as I said before, styles do indeed make fights, but what happens when both teams seem to be playing with the same type of basketball?
Well, it only seems right, that we got the Rams against the Rams, and it really is the Rams against the Rams.
Yeah.
So, two teams that play hard-nosed basketball, close to 5 steals a game for Rhode Island. We're at 9 per game for Fordham, right? Two teams that love to crash the offensive glass. We'll talk about that more later, I'm sure, obviously, in the open. We talked to Coach about the offensive rebounding. So, if it is two teams that are very similar, battle of the wits, it's going to be who has mental toughness to get through this game. The Rams, if you ask me.
Well, we're going to refer to one as Fordham, one as Rhodey, just to keep everybody at home not confused. But again, it is a hump day type of affair. Wednesday night, Jersey night. Hopefully, as more people come through, there's going to be jerseys from all different types of sports teams that we love, hopefully from the Rhode Island and Fordham faithful. But more importantly, it is a night for Autism Speaks. For those affected by such, or family members affected by us, it takes us all. We're all in this fight together. We play basketball for the awareness there. And again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Lunar New Year. Congrats and happy holidays to all of those who celebrate. Again, it is the year of the snake. It's a battle of the Rams, and both teams have a lot to be proud of coming into this one, Daniel. Both on 2-game winning streaks.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Fordham didn't win comfortably last time out against St. Bonaventure, but they have put together some solid wins early in A10 play. 6-2 this year. They only won 8 games in the conference a year ago, so a lot to hang their hat on. Then you got Rhode Island. They struggled in non-conference play, but so far 4-3 in the A10. They've had to fight for this, but this is a conference where there's no easy outs. So absolutely, I think both teams really do have a lot of pride on the line heading into this one.
Yeah, it's been a healthy January, healthy enough January for both teams in the new year of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we're about a minute out from playing time, but again, both teams riding the high of a 2-game win streak with like opponents. We talk about how similar these two teams are. One Loyola Chicago, St. Bonaventure. Those are the wins of the Rhode Island Rams. And for Fordham, it was St. Bonaventure and Dayton, a highly touted team. And if you're in Fordham, you have to be happy, I would say, with the way you've been playing in conference considering where you've been picked earlier on.
Absolutely. And so now that we're under this 1-minute mark, I want to highlight a number for you before you start this game. And you know what I'm going to say.
Oh, yes, I do.
It's 56, okay? 56. That is the number that Fordham has only allowed more than twice in their 12 wins this season. So, we're looking at, if you can get Rhode Island to be under 56 points, you can win this game.
And we're going to send it off to Coach's sound as of right now. Coach Bridgette Mitchell kind of cross with some of the same sentiments we have. Coach, please take it away.
Coming to you live with head coach Bridgette Mitchell. Coach, we look back at the last 2 games, 2-game win streak. TD and Irina, 37 points against St. Bonaventure. The game before that, they both have solid games. They do this night in and night out. What's the, routine in keeping them focused game in and game out and getting the best production out of them every single night?
Yeah, I think that it varies upon individual, right? Like, TD has to get her shots up so that she's feeling good. Irene has to be calm, going into the game and calm and confident. And so I think that with each of them, it takes what it takes. But we've been proud of their consistency and the level of focus that they've shown coming out in these past few games. I think that it also is important to talk about how old they are, right? Like, when you are a grad student, you've been doing this day in and day out. It's kind of routine for you. So we're trying to get their leadership to rub off on their teammates.
Coach, playing against the Rhode Island team here that plays tough defense. Obviously, last time out, you played St. Bonaventure. They give you a real run for your money, kept it a low-scoring game. Fordham usually wins. You hit that 56-point mark. What do you think are going to be the adjustments today, the keys to the game for you to hit that mark and really overcome their defense?
Definitely. I think that, Rhode Island is a talented team. They're really big inside. When I say big, I mean from a height perspective, and the physicality that they play with. And so for us, it's going to be a battle in the glass. So that's the number one key, is to make sure that we box out, right? Offensive rebounds, I don't care if we crash or not, right? Like, whatever. If you guys want to crash, crash. But we cannot allow them to have second chance points. And that's something that we've been harping in for these past few days. It's been a overlying message all season, but really specifically for this game. And then their ability to get downhill and in the paint. They have really dynamic guards that are explosive and that are going to require us to have help side. And so if we're not keeping our girl in front and then we don't have help side, it's going to be a long night.
And again, underneath all of that, it's a next man up mentality, which Fordham has played with specifically during this 2-game win streak. Carissa Antoine had a wonderful game, right? It's next man up. It's the next player. So, what kind of luxury, I would say, does it feel to have to be able to look to a team that, all right, we're strength in numbers?
I love that you use the word luxury. I look at it as stress. I don't know who's going to come. No, I'm kidding. I don't know who's going to show up. I know that they're all ready when their number's called. But in terms of the production, it's going to depend on what the opponent gives us, right? And I'm really excited about the opportunities that our players pose from an advantage perspective.
Close out here and kind of follow up on the point of, strength and mentality, right? Coming up on the end of the homestand, obviously. It's been successful. What do you want the mentality to be for the team going forward as we look towards the road in A10 play? You guys have started so strong. What do you need to do? What do you want people to be thinking looking forward in the locker room for this road stretch coming up?
Yeah, we just have to make sure that we're locked in defensively. Each team poses, a threat, but they also have something that we can exploit and take advantage of. And so I think from a defensive perspective, we have to be locked in. And then offensively, going to continue to challenge our players to do what they do best, right? Finding each other and sharing the ball and getting great shots up.
And we're live here with Coach Bridgette Mitchell ahead of their game against the Rhode Island Rams. It's about the Ram in the Lunar New Year. Not the snake, but the Ram. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.
Hi, this is Mike Breen, WFUV class of 1983. WFUV is the flagship station of Fordham Athletics with live coverage of Fordham football, Fordham men's and women's basketball, in addition to Saturday one-on-one. Stay right here on 90.7 FM for all things WFUV Sports.
Less than 5 minutes out. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Autism Speaks. It's Jersey night. It's hump day. And most importantly, it's the Battle of the Rams once again from the Rose Region native Frank McLaughlin Family Court. I am Madi, Dembele, joined here by Daniel Melia as the Rams do battle with the Rams, as we said before. And if you're Fordham, Daniel, you have a tall task ahead of you. And that task, that challenge comes in the form of one Honey Carr. She is a stud, and she's been even better in A-10 play.
Yeah, I mean, she's ridiculous. We were watching her in warm-ups. She was right in front of us here, shooting at the three-point line. And, you know, don't have her height on me right now. She's tall. She can shoot the ball, okay? 38% just about from downtown on the season. In A-10 play, 34%, so pretty close. But what sticks out, jumps out on this score sheet, I looked at it before the game, is the first thing I noticed, 11 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Even at the collegiate women's level, that is ridiculous. And it's just so impressive to be able to rebound the ball, especially the way that she has an A-10 play.
6'4", 13 points per game, 8 rebounds, close to a double-double there, but she's efficient from the field. 42, 37, and 80 is what she has. And on top of all of that, to Cherry, 20 blocks for the entire season. If you're the Fordham Rams, you recognize it because a lot of the compliments that Irina Murua does for the Fordham Rams, it's an inside-outside game. And I mean, Rhode Island comes with their own.
It absolutely is. And one of the things to note, too, Fordham this season has out-rebounded its opponents by 4.7 boards a game. So they are going to have to work on the glass because she is going to be a threat. And we heard in the coach's opening when we talked to Coach earlier. She said, okay, if we're going to not crash the glass, that's one thing. We can't let them get offensive points. So that is clearly going to be a focus. And just, we'll see how it works out early in the game.
Starting lineups here introduced for both